Hello, this is J183, and this is my predictions for the Monaco Grand Prix, which has come out this weekend, and I'm hoping for a good race. Obviously, it's not normally brilliant racing, it's quite a tight and twisty track, but it always gives up mixed results, and that's sort of what I'm going for with these predictions that I've gone for. I've gone for quite bold predictions, as you'll see, but in first place, I've gone for Lewis Hamilton, which isn't that bold, but Lewis Hamilton, he always seems to do well here. Obviously, Rosberg liked it a bit more than him, so Rosberg tended to beat him last few seasons, but now Bottas is there, I don't think Bottas has got a chance of winning, so Hamilton will probably get pole position, and that will mean he'll probably win, as pole position is pretty vital around Monaco. So yeah, I've gone for Hamilton to win the race from pole position in the Mercedes. In second place, as you would expect, I've gone for Sebastian Vettel, as we've seen a lot this season that Vettel is quite comfortably normally second fastest on qualifying, as he's beaten Bottas on a lot of occasions. And yeah, I'm expecting him to come second behind Lewis Hamilton. I'm pretty sure he'll take that. Although Monaco is probably a track where the slower car could beat the faster car with a bit of luck. So yeah, that's why Lewis Hamilton. Sebastian Vettel might be slightly disappointed with second, but I'm sure he'll probably take it. But contrasting fortunes for their teammates, is I've actually predicted both of them, Raikkonen and Bottas, to both not make the points, as I think they'll just bottle it and crash out and really show us who the good drivers are in those two top teams. So yeah, third place then I've gone for Max Verstappen, because it's a bit of a strange prediction, as the last two times, and the only two times that Verstappen's been at Monaco, he's ended up crashing in 2015 and 2016. And yeah, I imagine what I've just set a 3-minute one lap time. I'm having a laugh. I have no idea. This game's broken. And yeah, Verstappen to come third, as he hasn't ever finished Monaco, but I reckon in the last 12 months he's grown a lot as a driver, and I expect him to finish this weekend's race, and I expect him to finish in third, as because yeah, but if Raikkonen and Bottas both crash out, then as I've predicted, then that means that Verstappen's probably the next best driver. And then fourth place I've gone for Sergio Perez, as we've seen quite often that Force India are good at taking advantage when other people mess up, as we saw in Spain and Russia, with both of the Force Indias doing very well there. And Perez likes Monaco a lot. He got a podium last year, one of his two podiums in this season. And yeah, it's quite a driver track, and Perez is a decent driver, so I think he'll do well and end up fourth place, same result that he got in Spain actually. So yeah, we're glad if he does get back to that fourth place. I'm sure Force India would be absolutely delighted with that. And then fifth place I've gone for Daniel Ricciardo, who I think he'll have a bit of a poor race. Obviously last year he got the pole position, and he definitely deserved to win and should have won, but Mercedes got stupidly lucky with Red Bull messing up. But Ricciardo, he needs to get some form together. I mean, Red Bull, I don't think they've got both cars to the finish yet this season, and yeah, they'll be looking to do that this weekend. And Ricciardo's very quickly turning into Mark Webber, which I hope he doesn't, because I do like Ricciardo, but he's turning into number 2 driver quite quickly. Quite often he gets shown up by Verstappen, as we saw in China, which actually they finished both cars in China. That's the only time I think that they've actually finished both cars. And then yeah, so Red Bull are having a pretty good result here. If my prediction comes through, of the Mercedes and Bottas and Raikkonen crashing, then Red Bull will definitely have a pretty good result. But then in 7th place, I've gone for Nico Hülkenberg, my favourite driver, and that is just because I feel like he can pick up the pieces, and the Renault is not as fast as the Force India. Like, I'll put it out there. I know that, I'm not delusional, but hopefully Hülkenberg can get close to the Force India this race and have a good strategy. Maybe he'll get lucky with the safety car and end up 7th place. I'd take that. Obviously, I want to see him getting podiums and stuff, but I'm pretty sure Hülkenberg will take that, and I'm hoping that happens this weekend in Monaco. But yeah, moving on to 8th place, I'm going for Carlos Sainz, because Sainz is a decent driver, and yeah, I always seem to predict him 8th. I don't know why, it just seems like a solid place to put him. So that's why I put Sainz in 8th, and Toro Rosso's decent. It's one of the better midfield cars, and Sainz 8th for that reason. It's just behind the Renault of Hülkenberg, but ahead of the other Renault of Palmer, who's not in the points, as he's pretty terrible. So moving on to 9th and 10th. 9th place I have gone for, I cannot remember actually. Let me just have a look. I have it up next to me. Oh, it's Kevin Magnussen, of course it is. So yeah, my bad. Kevin Magnussen in 9th. He got pretty unlucky last time out in Spain. He was running in the points ahead of his teammate for a long period of the race. But then it was like the second last lap he got a puncture because he had an issue with Kvyat. I can't quite remember if it was Kvyat or Magnussen's fault, but one of them dive bombed the other and gave him a puncture. So Magnussen's been unlucky to only score on one occasion so far this season. So yeah, I'm hoping he'll bounce back this weekend, as I quite like Magnussen. He's not like amazing, but I just quite like him a little bit. And yeah, moving on to 10th place then, and I've gone for the returning man, Jenson Button, as that would be it's a bit of a bold decision, but I reckon Jenson Button might finish 10th, and I think everyone would love that. Who doesn't love Jenson in the paddock? And I'm sure he'll take he'll be delighted with that, as first race in like 6 months. If he gets a point, he'll be pretty happy, I reckon. And we saw it last year with McLaren's one stand-in driver, Van Dorn, in Bahrain, scored the first points of the season. So maybe it's a thing that McLaren are going to start doing, that the stand-in driver has to score the first points of the season. So I'm going for that, Jenson Button in 10th, and that would be very quite a bold prediction, but it'd be very nice to see it come off. So in fastest lap, I've gone for Sebastian Vettel, as a pretty self-explanatory. He's got one of the fastest cars, and he'll probably just push at the end just to try and get a fastest lap. I've seen like it's the sort of thing that you do on F1 games when your race hasn't gone your way and you just try and get fastest lap for the sake of it. I reckon that's the sort of thing that Vettel's going to be doing. And then pole position, as I said, Lewis Hamilton, I reckon we'll get that. And position gained, I've gone for Sergio Perez. I predicted him quite highly, but last time out he went from like he started near the back, didn't he? I can't remember. Spain's sort of gone out of my memory quite quickly. But yeah, Perez, I've got him finishing 4th, so it only makes sense to have him as the guy to gain the most positions in the race. So that is the end of my Monaco predictions. Leave a comment what you think, if you agree with them or disagree, and why you disagree, etc. And if you like this video, leave a like on it, and subscribe if you want to see more. This has been JNY83, and I will see you next time.